When fixed income investors think about the investment landscape, you have a couple choices of passive, meaning index, very low cost index funds, or active managers. And there's really three key differences between the two. The first has to do with risk. So when we manage portfolios at Calamos, we really focus on the risk we're taking on our clients' behalf. And we really want to make sure we're well paid for the risk. If you're a passive investor, you are going to be getting securities because they're in the index, whether they're risky or not, whether you're paid for it or not. The second thing that investors should remember is the composition of the indexes themselves. So what does that mean? So on the equity side, most equity indices are capitalization weighted. And what that means is the larger the companies, the larger the share of the index. So large, successful companies, very competitive, really world-class companies have a greater share of the index. On the fixed income side, it's really the opposite. You have the most exposure to the most irresponsible borrowers, the ones that are in the market all the time. So that's a key difference. And then the third is the nature of the indices themselves. They change over time. So I've been in the business since the late 1980s. Back then, govies and agencies were less than half of the broad indices. Now they're just under 70%. And I'm not sure that you should change your outlook and your criteria just because the underlying index changes. So at Calamos, we really focus on being well paid for the risks. And we really are index aware as opposed to index constrained. We're going to take the best ideas we can find, whether they're in the index or not, and invest in them to the benefit of our shareholders.